Welcome back, everybody, to Roland Garros. And now we've got Raducanu versus Swiatek. When the draw came out, this match was something that we circled as a possibility if they both won their first rounds. They both won their first rounds. And now we're here. So let's see what this match looks like. Hopefully it's close, because the last time they played, it was not. Last time they played, it was it was bad. 4-0 is the head-to-head in favor of Swiatek, but Raducanu has had a pretty decent clay season. Hasn't been too bad for her. She's had some good results. So let's see whether or not she can get her best result on clay, which would be beating the three-time champion. Rishi. Do you think Djokovic will make the semifinals a draw? I picked him to make the semis against Sinner, so I'm going to say yes. But also, it's not going to be easy. Jay. Alpha G Carlos, tricky opponent, and the dude fell asleep in the second set. Appreciate the stream. Vamos Carlos. Hey, thank you, Jay, for the 3. Appreciate that. All right. And Dutchie, thank you for the 27 months. Appreciate that. Where did Mia go? She went outside. She went outside. In the rain, apparently. World number 5 versus world number 41. What do we all expect? I think we expect Swiatek to win, but Raducanu has... Swiatek hasn't been herself on clay this year, so maybe there's an opportunity. Maybe there's a chance for Raducanu because of that. But we'll have to wait and see. 1 second, chat. All right. All right. So yeah, Raducanu. Now she did get beaten really badly against Swiatek in Australia, so if we're basing it off that, this could be bad. But also, since the Australian Open, Swiatek, like I said, hasn't been the same, so there lies maybe an opportunity for Raducanu to possibly make this close. Maybe not win, but make it close. Possibly Raducanu has a better chance if she wins the first. Oh, 100%. She has to win the first. If she doesn't win the first set, then it's going to be rough. Emma wins 6-4, 3-6, 6-4, you reckon? That'd be fun. Remember, Swiatek last year in the second round played Osaka and it was close, so I don't know if that makes any difference. So yeah, Rude just confirming in the press conference, thanks for sending that. that his left knee is an issue. So, yeah, that sucks. Hopefully Ruud can recover quickly. I think 616 Love sort of scoreline is the most likely, but I'm hoping she can perform more like she did in Stuttgart last year. Yeah. Look, I mean, 616 Love, if it was 12 months ago, you would say that would be the score. But I feel like now, like I said, Swiatek hasn't been great on clay compared to last year, and Raducanu has improved. Raducanu does still have the back issue, or she might still have a back issue, so we've got to keep an eye on that as well. But, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I would be kind of disappointed if it was an easy Swiatek win after, I think this should be closer than Australia. A lot has changed in, 4 months, Ostapenko is getting ready to play. So yeah, so we've still got other. What's happening right now? Hang on. So GMP just started, or he's playing. Starab Dubseva just won. Took out Potapova. Paul just started. Svitolina won. Vekic going down. Collins, Danilovic is about to start as well. Sabalenka is after GMP, so we'll keep an eye on his score. So yeah. There's a few things still to go. All right. The players should be out on court very shortly. All right. GMP is serving bombs, I can imagine. That's sort of his thing. Potapova sadly lost. Yeah, that was strange. Surprised that she lost. I can't believe Ruud got spanked. He must have been injured. Yeah, he was injured. He had a knee injury. He has a knee problem. He had a knee problem. He has a knee problem. It still happened. It didn't stop after the match. All right. By the way, Tsitsipas about to start as well, so that's fun. Ruud is a challenger level player. That's a joke. Hello. What is it? What's up? What is it? Where you going? Where you going? Where you going? Here. Popperin versus Alcaraz quarterfinal. That'd be fun. How old is she? She is 3. Aren't you? You're 3. You match today? Fair enough. Quarters be good for Poppy? Oh, yeah. Do we have enough members for a new emoji? I don't know. What is it? Don't eat the microphone. Don't do that. Is there anything? Is there anything up there? Hey? You want to take over? Go on. I'll sleep. Dogs are the best, yeah. Mirra's cheering for a short match. You want a short match, do you, Bubba? You want a short match? You want a short match, do you? Hey? Hey? What breed is she? She is a pug. You're a pug. That's you. Whoop. Whee. No, okay. I guess not. All right. Players are warming up. And then we'll get this started. Vekic broke back 3-5-5. Nice. Yeah, Mukova lost yesterday, which was a bit strange. A bit disappointing, but Mukova's still not, consistently playing much, so hopefully she plays more on the grass and stuff and then can put some matches together. But yeah, disappointing that she didn't, she couldn't, she didn't have enough preparation, I guess, but... Mukova getting hit backhands? That's a shame. Is it her left wrist that's the problem? Maybe, because she has a left wrist. She had a wrist issue going in, so if it's a left wrist, that makes sense why she wouldn't be able to hit backhands with two hands and sliced everything. Think so? Yeah. It must be. She must have a left wrist issue, which hopefully will not bother her much more, because it's already taken her out. She's already been out for a long time. All right. All right. They're just warming up their serves, and then we will get started. She had a long sleeve on her left arm. Yeah. That's no good. All right, here we go, chat. Here we go. Let's see what happens next. I'm going to go... I went Swiatek in straights. I still think she's going to win straights. But I think it's going to be closer than their last match. I would be very disappointed if it's not a bit closer than the match they played in Australia. So I'm going to go Swiatek in straights, but maybe a 7-6, 6-3 or something. All right, Swiatek to serve. You thought the same about Coco and what happened? All right, Eala. What is your prediction then? Please tell everybody in the room, what is your prediction? Give me your prediction, please. I'm going to write it down. So then if it doesn't happen at the end of this match, I can talk about you. No. I don't want you to say Swiatek in 2. I want you to give me a prediction. I want you to give me scores. So that way, if you get one game off, I can yell at you. 1 and 2. Okay, 6-1, 6-2. Okay, here we go. I hope you're here at the end of the match. All right. If it's 6-love, I'm calling you out. Anyways, love 15. Raducanu wins the first point. Love 15. As we serve down the front of Raducanu, return the net. 15 all. 15 all. Swiatek's serve is obviously going to be a factor. It's been a factor for the wrong reasons over the last couple of weeks. But let's see if she can get her serve working today. The sun's come out, by the way. They opened the roof. That's why there was a bit of a delay. They decided to open the roof. So, 15 all. As Swiatek wins the point. 30-15. 30-15. As with a serve again. 30-15. Mia, can you please stop doing that? As Raducanu, great return slice from Swiatek. Raducanu forehand is a winner. 30-all. 30-all. Chance for Raducanu to get the break first game. 30-all. Swiatek with a serve. Has Emma smashed a racket before? I don't know. Maybe. First serve is a fault, second serve. Second serve. There's a double fault, Swiatek. Okay. Break point, Raducanu, 30-40. 30-40. Swiatek serves. Serve to the back of Raducanu. Return goes into the back of Swiatek. She puts it away. Deuce. All right, we get the deuce. We get to deuce. Swiatek serves again. Serve. Into the front of Raducanu. Return the back to Swiatek. Backhand Raducanu sliced. Swiatek down the line. Raducanu gets on the stretch. And then Swiatek gets a winner. Advantage Swiatek. Advantage Swiatek. As we serve again. Did Zhang win today? Yes. She did. Advantage Swiatek. Swiatek backhand. Into the back of Raducanu. Swiatek backhand. Again to the back of Raducanu. Sliced. Swiatek with a forehand goes long and we get to deuce. We get to deuce. Puricar lost the first tiebreak. Okay. Strange. Now we get the deuce. First game of the match, still a chance for Raducanu to get an early break. Serve in the back of Raducanu. Return goes to forehand to Swiatek as Raducanu. Again to the forehand Swiatek down the line of the backhand of Raducanu. Swiatek backhand. Into the forehand of Raducanu. She puts up a lob. Goes out. Advantage Swiatek to take the first game. What happened to Rude? He has a knee injury, so that happened. Unfortunately. Swiatek serves. A fault. Second serve. Serve to the back end of Raducanu. Return goes to forehand of Swiatek. Raducanu into the forehand again of Swiatek as Raducanu goes down the line, but it's long. 1-love Swiatek. 1-0. All right. One zero. Swiatek. Why is everyone underestimating Emma? She won a Grand Slam. Yeah, exactly. It's just because last time they played, it was very one-sided. Last time they played, it was 1-love, but lots changed since then. A lot has changed. Whoops, sorry, Mia. You're right. Sit down. You okay? You okay? Tsitsipas just started. Nothing to update. All right, 1-love Raducanu. What court is this on? Why is it not on Philip Chatrier? Because it is. All right, Raducanu serves. First serve is a fault. Second serve. Serve. Into the forehand of Swiatek. Return goes into the forehand of Raducanu and she hits it out. Love 15. Love 15. It's so empty there. It's weird. It's because everyone's probably walking out after the Alcaraz match to get lunch. There's a bit of let from Raducanu. There's a bit of serve again, Raducanu. That's a fault. Second serve. And it's returned from Swiatek to the back of Raducanu. Swiatek backhand into the forehand of Raducanu. Swiatek hits it wide, 15-all. $15-all. $15-all. As Raducanu serves again. There's a bit of fault from Raducanu. Second serve. As the return goes in the backhand of Raducanu. Forehand from Swiatek in the nets. 30-15. What time is it in Australia? It is nearly 1 o'clock in the morning. 12:45 a.m. Or as I like to call it, 12:45 a.m. because we're so happy to be here at this time. Yay! 30-15. Ace down the tee, 40-15. As Raducanu serves again to get on the board. As the drop shot goes to the net by Raducanu. And it's 40-30. As we return now to the front of Raducanu, backing up from Swiatek into the front of Raducanu. Swiatek back on the stretch. Goes long, Raducanu on the board, 1-1. And a big shout by Raducanu as well. Now, chat, hear me out. Hear me out. If Raducanu wins this match, does that change anything? One. Swiatek serves. Oh, you right, man? You okay? As Raducanu forehand to the forehand of Swiatek. Oh, Swiatek with a forehand winner. 15 love. Beautiful shot. All right, so maybe, or maybe it seems like a maybe it changes things. No clear answer. All right, back into the net by Swiatek, and it's 15-all. Serve again. Serve again. 1 second, chat. All right, 30-15. Swiatek serves again. There's a return from Raducanu into the forehand of Swiatek. Raducanu forehand to the forehand of Swiatek. Raducanu backhand cross. Swiatek gets there with the backhand into the backhand of Raducanu. To the backhand of Swiatek. Raducanu again to the backhand of Swiatek, who goes down the line to the forehand of Raducanu, who hits a winner, Raducanu, but Swiatek doesn't think so. And it is in, on the line. Great shot. 30-all. 30-all. Great winner by Raducanu. 30-all. Vekic lost. All right, 30-all. 7 the backhand of Raducanu. Return the forehand of Swiatek. Raducanu backhand into the forehand of Swiatek. Again, the backhand of Raducanu. Swiatek again to the backhand of Raducanu. Swiatek backhand to the forehand of Raducanu. To the backhand of Swiatek again. Raducanu backhand cross again as Swiatek goes again. The forehand of Raducanu. Swiatek a lot of backhands. Slice now from Raducanu. Swiatek comes to the net. Hits a winner. 40-30. Swiatek to take. the lead again. 40-30. All right, 40-30. Swiatek hits again. Into the backhand of Raducanu. Return the backhand of Swiatek. Raducanu slice. Into the forehand of Swiatek. Then Raducanu hits it out. And Swiatek holds. 2-1. 2-1. All right, 2-1. All right. How are we doing, chap? What's going on? Don't forget to subscribe, by the way, if you haven't already. We are trying to get to 250,000 subs by the end of the year. We're only 10K away, which is kind of crazy. How they're both looking. They're both hitting solid. Have some good rallies. Hashanov wins the third. Nice. All right, 2-1 Swiatek. All right, 2-1. As the return goes in the backhand of Swiatek, and Swiatek over hits it 15 love. As the return goes the backhand of Raducanu, and then Swiatek over hits the backhand 30 love. All right, we get a let. All right, see you later, Bradley. 30 love. And the backhand return goes the backhand of Raducanu. Raducanu in the net. 30-15. $30-15. All right. First serve's a fault, second serve. And that goes out by Raducanu, and it's 30-all. All. Second serve. Into the forehand, Swiatek. Good return. Raducanu shanks it out. All right. Break point. 30-40. Break point, Swiatek. There's a bit of fault. Second serve. As the return goes back into Raducanu. Swiatek backhand to the back of Raducanu. And Swiatek with the forehand into the slice of Raducanu. Swiatek forehand again. Into the back of Raducanu. She puts up a moon ball. And then Swiatek forehand again to the back of Raducanu. Into the back of Swiatek. Raducanu again off the tape. But it doesn't go over. Break. 3-1. Swiatek takes the break. 3-1. All right. All right. (3-1) as Raducanu points to the mark and the umpire calls it out. Love 15. Penko's playing after Hashanov apparently. There you go. There you go. Thanks, Deb. Oh, man. Love 15. Serving the forehand of Raducanu. Forehand from Swiatek to the back of Raducanu. And Raducanu in the net. 15-all. Serve again from Swiatek. Into the forehand of Raducanu. Swiatek forehand down the line. Raducanu's going to get there, but not get it back. 30-15. All right, 30-15. The head-to-head is 4-0 Swiatek, including a match at the Australian Open this year, which went badly for Raducanu. It was wasn't a great match. Serve again. Into the forehand of Raducanu. Back into Swiatek, downline winner, 40-15. As Swiatek serves a fault. Second serve. As we serve in the back of Raducanu. Great return slice from Swiatek in the front of Raducanu. And she puts it away. 40-30. All right. First serve is a fault. Second serve. Second serve, the backhand Raducanu. Backhand now Swiatek to the backhand Raducanu. Into the backhand Swiatek. Raducanu again to the backhand Swiatek. There's Raducanu again to the backhand Swiatek. Raducanu on the stretch with a backhand lob. Swiatek comes in with a forehand and hits it long. We get the deuce. We get to deuce. We can safely assume it's going to be 5-0 now. Why do you watch her? Why? Why do you watch Raducanu just to be negative? Anyways, serve out wide. Raducanu hits it out in the return. Advantage Swiatek. Advantage Swiatek to go to 4-1. By the way, Eala, if you're still here, your prediction is on point. All right, advantage Swiatek. As that goes into the net by Raducanu. 4-1. Still here, I bet. Okay. All right, 4-1. Swiatek with the break. 27 minutes played, though. It hasn't been easy. Do you know what's up with Rude? Yeah, apparently he has a left knee injury. So that's the issue. That is the issue, unfortunately. Carlos is laughing at the draw that he has now. Yeah. Well, we knew this going in. We saw, Marijan was a problem, and then if he could pass this test of Marijan, the draw looked very good. And it looks very good, the draw. I mean, he's got a great draw, Alcaraz. On paper. It always can change, but on paper, it's a great draw. Yeah, it explains the scoreline. Yeah. The 6-love wasn't because he was bad. It was because he was injured. I don't think Alcaraz will lose another set to the final. I still think there's players that could take a set off him, but yeah, I don't think he. Yeah, I don't think. I'd be shocked if he went like 5, but then, I'll tell you who Alcaraz might need to worry about. I think Tsitsipas could get a set off him, but I don't think he beats him. So probably not Steph, but Steph, he shouldn't take Steph lightly. Paul is definitely someone. Also, Hashanov on clay is not bad. Popperin is definitely able to play on clay. Beat Rudy Monte Carlo, remember? Other than that, I mean, Musetti and Runa, I think is a no-brainer that those guys could beat Alcaraz, right? There's a possibility they could beat him. But that's in the semis. Paul's losing, though. Yeah, they're just starting. Yeah, so there are still some players that he has to beat. He can't take them lightly, but if he plays like he did in the first, third, and fourth sets today, he'll beat all of them. But it's not like he can just show up and not do anything. He has to he has to play good tennis to get to the final still, 15-30. Swiatek looking for the double break. There's a bit of fault, second serve. Second serve. backhand of Swiatek. Backhand of Raducanu. The backhand of Swiatek. Raducanu again to the backhand of Swiatek. There's Raducanu slice. Into the forehand of Swiatek. Raducanu on the stretch. To the forehand of Swiatek is Raducanu backhand slice. Swiatek in control. Hits a lovely backhand winner. And it's 15-40. This is the Swiatek we wanted. It's the one that we haven't seen much over during the clay season. 15-40. As Raducanu serves. Swiatek returns it wide. And it's 30-40. 30-40. Raducanu serves again. As the return goes in, the forehand of Raducanu. Straight to Swiatek's backhand. Raducanu hits the smash wide, though. All right, 5-1. Swiatek's going to serve the set. All right. By the way, Robert in the chat, why do you have 700 accounts and pretend to be 300 different people? Just chill, bro. There's no need to have 700 accounts. Just have one account and act accordingly. If you need 700 accounts, maybe you're the problem. You know what I mean? If you need a backup account to your backup account, maybe you should be changing the way. Maybe you should look at yourself, right? Instead of making new accounts to just piss everyone off again, you should maybe just have one account and get along with everyone. Maybe that's my advice. You know, sometimes you just got to turn around and think, maybe I'm the problem. You know, maybe it's me. Maybe it's not the rules or the chat or other people. Maybe I'm the problem. 15 love. Self-reflection. That's not a bad thing. 15-0. But welcome back. Please save the mods from having to. They want to enjoy the match too. Let the mods enjoy the match too. Right? Chill. It's all good. All right, serving to the backhand of Raducanu. Backing out from Swiatek to the forehand of Raducanu as we're forehand on the stretch from Swiatek. Raducanu goes long. And it's 30-15. 30-15. Serve again. As a return, goes back into Swiatek. Swiatek in the net. 30-all. 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 Can Raducanu get one of the breaks back here? First serve is a fault. Second serve. Serve again. Into the forehand of Raducanu. Backhand of Swiatek. To the backhand of Raducanu. Swiatek backhand to the forehand of Raducanu, but Raducanu hits it out. All right, 40-30. Swiatek to take the first set. 40-30. Ala, I hope you put a bet on this match with that score. Did you bet this match with that score? I hope you did. You're on fire. A7T, 6-1. Allah, tell me you made money off that. Come on. You didn't? Ah! Anyways, 35 minutes, 6-1 first set. Swiatek playing the way that a three-time French Open, four-time French Open champion, 3 in a row, should play in a second round. That was a quick set. The first part of that set, though, at like 4-1, it was like 20 minutes, 27 minutes. It was only the last 2 games that like flew past. The first 5 games were actually pretty long. Raducanu had chances too, but Swiatek said no. Gigante upset loading. He's about to, he's serving for the first set, Gigante. Oh, Alcaraz is loving that. Also, Piracar's about to go down 2 sets of love. The hell? What in the actual hell? By the way, Matthew, why do you watch Raducanu if you hate her so much? I don't know. It blows my mind. 4 winners and 12 errors from Raducanu. 11 winners and 12 errors from Swiatek. Raducanu only had the 1 break point. It was first, I think it was the first game of the match. Had a chance, didn't take it. Swiatek had 2 out of 3. So it was pretty evenly matched. Just the winners from Raducanu were not as... She wasn't hitting as many winners. But it was pretty close early on. But Swiatek eventually... All right. Soon there is only Draper and Alcaraz left. Yeah. Alcaraz will have the easiest route to the final. Is that Amber Heard in the crowd? I don't know who that is. Who's Amber Heard? Is she a French actress? French singer? Is she a princess? Is she a politician? Is she a football player? What? Oh, I know who that is. Okay, yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. I know who that is. Johnny Depp. Okay, yep. Okay, I know who that is. I didn't see, so I don't know. She was in Aquaman, or was she in Aquaman for like the first one, right? Okay, now I know who that is. I know who that is. You're a princess? Thank you. I appreciate that. You're, is that a cat profile picture? 15 love. Is it a fault second serve? Why is she in... Why is Hollywood actress in Paris, though? Is that normal? Is there any other celebrities there? As that goes out by Swiatek, 30 love. All right, 30 love. To serve in the backhand of Swiatek, fine out from Raducanu into the forehand of Swiatek, who puts it away, 30-15. All right, 30-15. Serve again. As a return, Swiatek goes out, 40-15. What do you think of the 18-year-old Canadian who just beat Lise? Yeah, I haven't seen Mboko in the flesh, but I did predict her to do well because I've heard a lot about her. So hopefully we get to watch her this week. She seems very, like a lot of people are very bullish on her, so I'm excited. another Canadian player. I mean, Canada's got some players. Lovely winner, Swiatek, 40-30. Thanks, Deb. For those that don't like Raducanu, I say this once, at least once a tournament. Don't show up to these matches. Do not come here. I don't want you to be here. You should, for your own, I'm helping you. For your own sanity. As with a forehand out of the backhand of Swiatek, Raducanu on the stretch. Into the forehand of Swiatek, who shanks it, and Raducanu 1-love. For you. Because I'll tell you this, chat. Hating is poisonous. Hating is poisonous. All right? And if you're going to come in here and spew hate, it doesn't matter. Well, it doesn't, we brush it off, right? But you, inside, it's going to rot you inside. You're not going to have a good time. It's going to suck. It's just not healthy. So for you, if this is the emotion that comes out when you watch this lady, don't watch her, please. It's just going to make you feel shitty. And that's not good. Right? I'm not saying it because it's annoying me or it annoys people in chat. Yeah, sure, maybe it does. But at the end of the day, when this match is over, we walk away. But you still got to feel that. You still have that inside you. I just don't do that to yourselves. Just come back and watch your own player play and get happy about that. Don't come in here and, this person's so bad. Just please help yourself. It's not good. One love Raducanu. $15 love. As with a serve. Into the backhand of Swiatek. Raducanu. Goes in the forehand. Swiatek, who hits a lovely winner. 30 love. 30 love. Touch grass or eat it. Yeah. Be like Novak. Eat grass. Just go eat grass. Be a goat. Eat grass. 30 love. Swiatek says a fault, but the umpire's going to check. I think the umpire thinks it's in. No, it was fault. Second serve. All right, second serve. Into the backhand of Raducanu. Return goes to forehand Swiatek. Raducanu backhand on the stretch. Swiatek into the backhand slice. Raducanu. Swiatek comes in. Raducanu with a passing shot. Swiatek volley. Raducanu can't get it. 40 love. 40 love. Really impressed with Iga today. Hope this means we are back. We are back. Yeah, this is the confident Swiatek that we all want to see. And chat, I'm going to say it, and I said it, and I'm going to say it again. Swiatek hasn't had that bad of a clay court season. It just hasn't been as good as the previous ones, because the previous ones were crazy. How does she back up last year? She won 3 out of 4 tournaments. Insanity. She's lost to Collins, Gauff, Ostapenko. Like, if we weren't playing on clay, and you said to me that was 3 hardcore losses, I would have believed you. Collins, Gauff, Ostapenko, all players who have beaten her, all players that have confidence against her, and all players that she's probably a little nervous against. If you said those were on hard courts, I wouldn't have even questioned it. I'd be like, yeah, okay. But on clay, we're kind of like, that's a bit weird. But she's never lost to Raducanu, so when she's playing players that she's not scared of, and she doesn't fear, she looks good. I mean, even Eala. She lost to Eala in Miami, and then she lost a set to Eala in Madrid. You know, when Eala, against most other players, hasn't been good on clay, right? And she lost the first set to Swiatek, and it looked like it was, deja vu. So, Swiatek is definitely a massive confidence thing right now. So if she can avoid players, Penko, and other players that she, maybe is a little afraid of, why couldn't she win the whole thing? Or why couldn't she at least make a run? Obviously, Penko's in the draw, but still. I think the third round, Christian or Bielek, she should win those. Penko, Raducanu. I mean, we know Raducanu, what she can do, but she has beaten Raducanu lately, so I don't think she fears her as much as she did. Svitolina quarterfinal or Paolini could be interesting. But again, I think she'd like her chances. And then the semis could be either, Sabalenka or maybe Zhang, if you want to go with the big names. And that's where she might get a little nervous. But again, Swiatek, when she's confident, this is what's happening, This is what can happen. When she doesn't fear the opponent, she looks damn good. As we had a slice from Raducanu, love 15. Swiatek backhand again, the slice of Raducanu. As Swiatek backhand again, cross court as a winner. And it's love 30. Love 30. Love 30. As Raducanu serves again. Serving the forehand to Swiatek. Return the forehand to Raducanu. Swiatek backhand. Winner down the line. Love 40. Love 40. Tsitsipas lost the first set. All right. Raducanu volleys, but Swiatek puts it straight through her. 2-1. Swiatek with a set and a break. But yeah, Tsitsipas is down a set against Giganti. And again, I'm probably butchering the name, but I'm going to say it that way anyway. Until otherwise. 2-1. Penko plays well against Swiatek because the good game from Iga powers her up. Penko is not that good against the weaker players. Yeah, Penko playing Swiatek is every time she plays is like her final. Like that's her. Like she plays tennis for that match. She loves that match. She loves playing. Like she just loves the fact that she just never loses this lady. Like she loves it. But Penko might not make it. I mean, Penko has to win today, and then she has to beat Raducanu maybe, and then maybe Swiatek. But there's no guarantee that Penko gets through today, because there's no guarantee that Penko gets to the fourth round. She might lose the Dollarhide. She almost lost in the first round, right? She lost the first set and was in trouble until she wasn't. Paul's down a set and a break. Wow. Emma lacks too much determination on the net points. Felix, why don't you watch anybody else but Raducanu? And when you do, you just don't. Why do you do this? Why don't you watch somebody else to enjoy the sport? 2-1. Captain America status revoked. No, you can't do that. Can't take that away. He'll turn into the other guy. You don't want Tommy Paul turning into John Walker now, do you? You can't say he's Captain America and then take it away. That's how villain era starts. You can't do that. And then he's going to join the Thunderbolts. You can't do that. We're going to have a John that guy killed a guy. He killed a guy with a he got the, did you see the thing? He got the shield. Like, we don't want that shit. You can't do that. You can't say, hey, you're Captain America, take it away. That creates a bad guy. I saw the movie. You can't do that. We can't turn Tommy Paul into a villain. Cam, your hair looks flat today. Thanks. Appreciate it. 15-0. Yeah, that's a villain origin story right there. We can't do that. You can't revoke that. We learned the first time, remember? Tommy Paul will stay Captain America until further notice. We can't do that. All right, 15-0. Zucker's in the net from Swiatek, 15-30. Is that better? 15-30. Nice serving, Swiatek, 30-0. Serve again from Swiatek. She says a fault. Swiatek, second serve. Second serve. Double fault. All right, Raducanu a chance to get the break back. All right. $30-40. As the backhand return goes in the front of Swiatek. Off the tape to the front of Raducanu. Swiatek backhand to the back of Raducanu. Into the back of Swiatek. Raducanu with a forehand cross court. Swiatek goes down the line. Raducanu's there with a slice. Swiatek forehand again to the back of Raducanu. Swiatek with a forehand cross court. Raducanu gets it with a forehand of her own. And Swiatek goes down the line again. That's a winner. Raducanu just couldn't get the depth of shot. She kept hitting the ball short, chat. So this is what was happening, chat. Raducanu, she was back here, right? But she kept hitting the ball. You can't see it. Now, let me get the red pen. She just kept hitting the ball. So Raducanu was here, right? She was hitting there, but she was only getting the ball here, right? And Swiatek was just like, I don't need to get that out of here, right? She wasn't hitting the ball down here. You got to hit the ball deeper. If you hit it in around the service line, Swiatek's just going to stand there and whip it around, put it away, right? Can you see what's going on? So, here is no good, right? That is just practice for Swiatek, right? You got to hit it back here, and then push Swiatek back, right? All right, class dismissed. All right, deuce, as we get a double fault, Swiatek. Toby. Advantage, Raducanu to get the break back. Swiatek serves. Into the forward of Raducanu, she shanks it back, and it goes wide. And we get to deuce. All right, we get to deuce. 55 minutes played, by the way. Swiatek with a fault. Second serve. As we to serve again. To the backhand Raducanu. Return the back to Swiatek. Raducanu. Slice. Swiatek in the net. All right, Raducanu with a chance to get the break. What degree do you get completing the CAM classes? I don't know. You get a PhD in armchair quarterbacking. Advantage Raducanu. As we return now, goes in the backhand of Swiatek. Backhand now from Raducanu into the backhand of Swiatek. Raducanu down the line. Swiatek goes forehand in the open court. Winner right in the corner, Swiatek. Beautiful shot. Back to deuce. Wasn't a bad shot by Raducanu, but Swiatek just... the accuracy. That's the Swiatek that won 3 French Opens in a row. 4 out of 5 years and also a US Open. That's the one. The return goes back into Swiatek, but Swiatek, hits the line. All right. Was in. Advantage Swiatek to keep the break. By the way, watching Sabalenka after this, taking on Teichmann. As Swiatek serves back into Raducanu, return. Into the forehand Swiatek, Raducanu again to the forehand Swiatek, who shanks it long, and it's back to deuce. Pulls down 5-2 double break. Wow. That sucks. All right, deuce. As a return from Raducanu, nice to the forehand Swiatek, who hits it down the line. Better shot. Wasn't not a bad return by Raducanu, but Swiatek had the answer. Advantage Swiatek. GMP is down a break in the third. We've got Sabalenka coming up next, so yeah. Advantage Swiatek. As a return from Swiatek off the Raducanu off the frame to the forehand Swiatek and the forehand Raducanu. Swiatek backhand again to the forehand Raducanu. As we get a forehand exchange, Raducanu makes Swiatek move and Swiatek hits it wide. As she went down the line. Back to deuce. All right, serve again. As the return goes the backhand of Swiatek, but it's long. Wait, was it out? No, Swiatek's shot was in. Okay. Advantage Swiatek. I think somebody in the crowd said it was out. Ovna Hashnov going 5. Fair enough. All right, advantage Swiatek. Steph's up 4-1 in the second, by the way. As a return from Raducanu goes in the net. Swiatek holds. Long game. 3-1 in the second. All right, 3-1. All right, 3-1. Swiatek with the break. All right. Yeah, Raducanu's got to hold this one. This is a must-hold for Raducanu if she's going to stick around. As the backhand goes wide by Swiatek, 15-love. Paul's down 2 sets of love. Okay. As we default, second serve. As we serve into the forehand of Swiatek, return Raducanu slice, goes out, and Swiatek gets a 15-0. $15-all. As Raducanu serves again. There's a bit of fault from Raducanu, second serve. Second serve. And there's a return now from Swiatek to the forehand of Raducanu. Swiatek forehand goes long. 30-15. Serve again. Into the forehand, Swiatek. Raducanu, forehand winner. No! She overhit it. 30-all. Man, Raducanu, she had the shot. She just went for too much. So default second serve. Serve into the forehand of Swiatek. Good return to the forehand of Raducanu. Swiatek back in the slice of Raducanu. Swiatek back in again to the back of Raducanu. Into the forehand of Swiatek. Raducanu hits it wide. 30-40. Swiatek to take the double break in the second. $30-40. As Raducanu serves a fault. Second serve. Serve the back of Swiatek. Four now from Raducanu. To the back of Swiatek, who hits it in the nets. Raducanu gets the deuce. All right, deuce. All right, serve again. As the return goes in the backhand of Raducanu. Swiatek forehand cross. As Raducanu goes down the line for a winner. All right, advantage Raducanu. Advantage Raducanu. All right, advantage Raducanu. As the return goes wide by Swiatek, and Raducanu wins the game. And it's 3-2. She stays in touch. But it's still a break for Swiatek in the second. All right. Let me have a look at the schedule for tomorrow. I know it's been out for a while, but let me have a look. So tomorrow we've got Sinner Gasquet, Monfils Draper, Djokovic Mute, Fonseca Herbert. We're watching everybody play French players tomorrow. Andreeva Kruger is also on the list. Possibly. And what else? Pegula is also playing. So is Dasha. Kenan Azarenka's a match too tomorrow. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of interesting. Cool. Also, the mixed doubles starts tomorrow, apparently. So that's fun. First serve is a fault, second serve. As the return goes into the forehand, Swiatek, 15 love as Raducanu backhand. Into the forehand, Swiatek, Raducanu forehand of the stretch. Lob goes up. But out, 30 love. Wind's picked up as well. It's a little bit breezy out there now. As the return goes into the forehand, Swiatek. Raducanu pass. Swiatek drop volley. Too good. 40 love. Have you ever tried commentary for doubles? It seems hard. Yeah, we did doubles yesterday. It is kind of tough, but it's not impossible. You just got to really, you just got to make sure you get the names right. That's the hard part. Remembering all the names and trying to we have done doubles before. 40 love. As the return goes into the backhand of Swiatek, backhand of Raducanu to the backhand of Swiatek, Raducanu forehand. Goes out, 4-2 Swiatek in the second. Eala, if you get this spot on, I'm going to wish I'd taken your advice. If it goes 1 and 2, I don't even know. I wish I could gift you a membership specifically, but that's not a thing. Because you deserve it if you get this spot on. (4-2). There's going to find out winner by Swiatek, love 15. You know what? If you get this correct, I'll forgive that you got 7 timeouts. All right? I will start from 0. How about that? The 7 timeouts don't exist. I don't know why you got timed out, though. All right, 400 rally. As with a slice now from Raducanu in the back end of Swiatek. She hits a win. I love 30. All right. Love 30. Oh, they're playing mixed doubles today, are they? Oh, okay. There you go. Second serve, Raducanu. As the return goes in the backhand of Raducanu. Backhand out by Raducanu. Yeah, Peter, you've got 11 timeouts. I don't know how that works. I thought if you got timed out the 10th time, that was like it. YouTube just delete your account. Or they don't delete your account, they permaban you. I thought it was 10 and out. Is that not the thing? So, hey, Peter, thanks for being a member and sticking around somehow. YouTube must have been nice. Anyways, ace from Raducanu, 15-40. $15.40. As with the backhand now from Raducanu. The backhand of Swiatek. Raducanu 4 on the stretch. Swiatek into the backhand of Raducanu. To the backhand of Swiatek who hits it in the net. 30-40. All right, 30-40. $30-40, still break point for Swiatek. Serve to the front of Swiatek, great return. Raducanu gets it, but puts it into the net. 5-2. Swiatek looking good. Solid win on the cards. Now look, if I'm a Swiatek fan, I'm not losing my mind over this because she's beaten Raducanu like this before. But she has looked good, Swiatek. So if she can grab this confidence and use this against other players, maybe she can beat them too. I hope that if she plays like this against, Rybakina or Ostapenko or whoever, because we kind of expect her to play like this against Raducanu because she always plays like this against Raducanu. But I hope that, this Swiatek is the Swiatek that will win the title. This one, this confident one that can just smack the crap out of the ball. But is it because she knows she can beat Raducanu? Is that why she's playing like that today? Or is she going to play like this tomorrow and the next day and the next day? Let them play. Women's tennis is wild. True. You're right. By the way, Tsitsipas was up 4-1. He's back on serve. Also, Sabalenka's match is being delayed. Pirakar's trying to get to a 4th. So, Sabalenka's going to have to wait. All right, 5-2. Swiatek serve for the match. And Eala, you are some sort of a genius. I don't know how, but you earned my respect. 15 love. you have my respect. Only half of humanity will perish. I don't know. What does Thanos say? What does he say to Stark? I don't remember. Anyways, return goes into the point of, I gotta watch that movie. I gotta watch Infinity War after this. And Swiatek gets it out. 15-all. As we get a let by Swiatek. $15-all. GMP won the third. Swiatek serves a fault. And that was a fault. Second serve. Serve. To the backhand of Raducanu. Backhand of Swiatek to the forehand of Raducanu. Raducanu shanks it wide though, and it's 30-15. 30-15. Serve again. To the forehand of Raducanu. Swiatek backhand. Is in. Up goes a lob by Raducanu. Swiatek hits it to the forehand of Raducanu. Volley. Swiatek off the tape. Is a winner. Match point Swiatek. Match points for Swiatek. Eala, I wish you had put money on this, mate. You get bragging rights. I mean, that doesn't pay the bills, but it's something, I guess. 40-50. This is ridiculous, Chad. Chad, you never get anything right. You're worse than me. 40-15. That's going to serve into the forehand of Raducanu. That's a winner. Hang on. 40-30. Wait a second. Wait. 40-30. Match point number 2. Serve from Swiatek. Is a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the backhand of Raducanu. Return goes to forehand of Swiatek. Raducanu backhand. To the backhand of Swiatek. Raducanu down the line. Into the forehand of Swiatek. Raducanu backhand on the stretch. Swiatek backhand. Down the line winner. There it is. So from now on, Eala's going to do all the predictions. 6-1, 6-2. GG's. Raducanu didn't win. Swiatek won. Swiatek wins. And she's into the third round. She'll take on an unseeded player, so she's got a nice draw. But then and only then, the killers start coming. Obviously, Penko, Raducanu are still in the area. They're still around. So we'll see whether or not she has to play one of them in the fourth round. Man. Hey, Eala, I can't even like say you got it wrong. So that's, you showed me. You showed me. If it was 2-2, I'd have something to say, but I have nothing to say. You got me. You showed me. Who's winning the tournament? Who's winning Wimbledon? Yeah, tell us. Please. You can be the resident predictor. Okay. We're going to wait for Sabalenka now, but that's fine. Pirakar's going to play a 5-setter probably, so we'll wait for him to finish. But great win by Swiatek. She looked good, Swiatek. I know looks good against Raducanu, and she does that every time, but that was a good win. That was a confident look. Hopefully she can play like that against the players that she's worried about, you know? All right. Thanks, Swiatek. Thanks, Camp. Sorry, Emma. Hey, look, Stan. Thank you for being here. Swiatek only needs to reduce her unforced errors. Yeah, she did a lot of errors in the first set. I mean, the first half of that set was close. You know, there was close games early, but then Swiatek always does have a slow start. By the way, Tsitsipas is battling, trying not to go down 2 sets to love. Paul is up a break in the third. He is down 2 sets to love, though. Pirakar's in a fourth. Danilovic is taking out Collins. And Towson's about to win. So that's what's happening at the moment. We've got to wait for Pirakar so we can watch Sabalenka. But that could be in like 2 hours. Did anyone think this wasn't going to happen? Look, I think a lot of us were optimistic that it was going to be closer. I thought it'd be a little closer. But Swiatek is a beast. She is the clay queen for a reason. Towson and Nisimova third round. Sabalenka's got to play one of them. That's the fun part, right? I feel the seeds in Alcaraz's half are falling by the wayside. Oh, they are. They're falling apart. I thought Collins retired. She did. Well, she didn't retire, but she announced her retirement and then postponed it. So she was going to retire and then changed her mind. Tsitsipas about to get broken again? Oh, God. 23 matches in a row for Swiatek at Roland Garros. That's crazy. What's the longest streak at Roland Garros? She must be getting close. Nadal, 39. No, on the women's side. 32 matches by Justine? Maybe? Oh, wait, hang on. So last year... So Swiatek last year joined a bunch of players with 20 matches in a row. Hang on, I can do the math. Hang on, chat, I can do this. I can do this. Give me a second. Hang on. I can do this. I can do this. I know how to count. Hang on. Wait. 1 second. Just let me count. So who hit a three-peat in the Open era? So we've got Monica Seles. So she made it to... She won 21 matches in a row and then didn't play in 93. So she only had a 21 match win streak, but then she did come back in 94, right? So she didn't play 93. 94, she... Where was 94? Did she not play 94 either? No. 95? Chad, I can do this. Just let me cook. Where the hell does she play? 96? Did she not play the French Open after the third time? Oh, no, she played in 96. She went to the quarterfinals. So, yeah, so she won 4 matches. So what, 25, right? She was on a 25-match win streak. She just didn't play for 2 years because of what happened. And then Justine won 3 in a row. And then retired. No. Maybe. Yeah, so Justine retired. So she was on 21 and then she retired. So that sucks. So again, I guess off the top of my head, Swiatek, second longest win streak at French Open history, maybe? Unless I'm missing something. Maybe it's the second most in the Open era? I don't know. Unless like somebody played like 2 years, had a year off and then played again, but I can't tell. Maybe there's someone in that who did that. But like maybe Steffi did that or something. I don't know. Just having a look. Most titles, most singles titles consecutively, most consecutive doubles titles, most of the. No, they don't show us any of that. Anyways, I'm sure it's one of the. It's definitely one of the best streaks of all time in the Open era on at Roland Garros for the ladies. Now Serena didn't win much. Like she didn't win the French Open in a row as much. She won a couple in a row, but not the same as the others I mentioned. How significantly do we consider pre-Open era records? I feel like we mention them, but they're not. I feel like pre-Open Open era records. We definitely acknowledge them, but there's definitely a difference, right? That's why we say Open era record, because it's not. It shouldn't be this. I don't think it should be the same. Like pre-Open era was a totally different sport. You know, it was not. You know, the different players were playing different things and. Other players were doing other things. Like there was a whole pro circuit which wasn't included with the French Open and Wimbledon and stuff. So it's sort of that's why we have Open era and then pre-Open era, right? Amateur era, Open era. If it was all one thing and it was all the same, we wouldn't have that divide where we went, okay, this is the Open era. We wouldn't call it Open era. We'll just call it everything. So that's why we have the divide, because it's not fair to say that the people that did stuff before 1968 doesn't count, because it does. Like, you know, all the legends of the past. But it's also, we also need to say that, okay, well, Open era was different because it was a lot harder. There's a lot more people playing. It's a totally different thing. With the amateur era, also like technology, right? With transportation and flying and, you know, taking boats and planes instead of boats and stuff. That's a whole thing. You look at like the players that were, and also the depth of, you know, competition and all that stuff. It was a totally different time. The Open era, even though the decades obviously evolve, the Open era mostly stayed the same for the slams and stuff, right? At least with, you know, the Grand Slams for the most part, maybe not the early days, but since like, you know, probably the late 80s, the 4 slams are the 4 slams and everyone played everything and, you know. Yeah, 70s onwards is definitely a different. That was a different thing. They showed a stat on the screen that Swiatek's last match, it's Evert, Salas, Ennen, Swiatek. In terms of match win streaks, well, look, Justine Ennen might have. She won 4 out of 5, but did she? Did she not play the one that she missed? 2004, did she not play? No, she played. She lost second round. God, that's an upset. Second round loss. That's crazy. So Justine... Oh, maybe Justine came back. Didn't she come out of retirement? She retired and then came back, right? When did she come back? She won 21 matches in a row and then she came back in 2010? Oh, yeah, okay. She came back in 2010 and won 3 matches. So what's that? 24, right? So Swiatek's on 23, Ennen's on 24, Salas on 25, and then you said Chris Evert. So Chris Evert, did she win 3 in a row? Chrissy won 2 in a row. Unless she didn't play in 81, 82. No, she did. She lost. So that doesn't count. Did she not play? How has Chrissy got the most consecutive most wins? She only won 2 in a row. At her best. Unless she didn't play 76. Oh, hang on. What the hell happened in 76? Why is the draw only 8 seeds? What the hell? Chris Evert was a 2-time champion, but chose not to defend her title. Instead to compete. Oh, was she banned like Connors? Why did people not defend their titles? What happened at the French Open in 1977? What the hell? It was a tiny tournament. Why was the French Open in... Chat, why do we talk about... French Open was a small event back in the 70s. Okay, so... Oh, okay, I know what happened. So apparently, Chris Evert didn't play the French Open for 3 years. And then she came back and she won it. So she won 2, took 3 years off, and then won 2 more. That's where she got the streak. But then again, she didn't win... So hang on. She won 6 matches. 12 matches. Came back in 79. Another 6 matches, so that's 18. 1980. Another 6 matches. So 24. And then she made the semis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So she won 29 matches. That makes sense. That makes sense. Or 29, yeah. So she won, because back in the day, the Grand Slams didn't have a 4th round. It was 6 matches to win. So yeah, 29. So she won 2 in a row, didn't play for 3 years, played 2 in a row, and then made a semi-final. So 29, what did I say? 29, Salas 25, Ennen 24, Swiatek 23. We got there, chat. We got there in the end. We made it. We got there. All right. By the way, Tsitsipas, he won the second set. Okay. Why was it so small? They just didn't have the 4th round. It wasn't a thing. And they only had 8 seeds, which is really weird. But that's because back in the day, slams were different. She didn't win the semis. So she made the semis. So 29. Wait. Oh, no, maybe... Oh, no. 28. 28, sorry. 28. Because 1981... Oh, no, 1981, they had a 4th round. They added the 4th round. So it was 1 more match you had to play. So she played 5 matches in 81. But in 80, she didn't have to play the 4th round. So there were 6 matches. So she won 4 in a row over, whatever. 4 6s are 24. Plus 5, 29. Yeah, 81 was when they changed they made the draw bigger. For the ladies. And probably for the men, I haven't checked. But chat, I'm going to go get some food because I've been streaming. I'm in live for 6 hours and I haven't eaten anything. So I'm going to go get some food and we're going to watch Sabalenka whenever the hell that men's match finishes. So we might still be waiting a little bit. But we'll be back shortly. It's 29. Thanks, Dan. Yeah. It makes the maths. Steffi won 22 slams, retired at 30. She's the GOAT. Cool. All right. I'll see you guys soon to watch Sabalenka taking on Teichmann. And then tomorrow, big day. We've got a lot of tennis to watch tomorrow. So tomorrow's going to be a late one. It feels like it's going to be a late one. So, but good win by Swiatek, 6-1, 6-2. She takes out Raducanu in an hour and 20 minutes. And she's in the third round. She will take on an unseeded player. We'll probably find out, hopefully, when we get back. We'll find out what's going on. But good win. Swiatek gets it in straights.